welcome back to Paper Grove Studio. This is Leilani. Today I wanted to show you a project that I had just finished. I am going to call this a recipe card flip journal. Usually you would see something like this that is on a ring like this called a tag flip. I am just going to call it a recipe card journal flip. And I put it on a 1.5-inch ring, and I decorated it with some ribbons and fabric right at the top that will match other pieces that are in this book. So the digitals that I used are from LineDotArrow and another Etsy shop called ByLULLABELSTATIONARY. There might be a couple other digitals I used, but there is also recipe cards in here. There's bags, fabrics. There's some actual glassine parchment bags, and just a lot of fun other papers that I use besides digitals. So let's have a look and go through it. So on the front here is a beautiful image with a mother, and it looks like a daughter, and it looks like they are canning some vegetables. And I just love the image because there's a bunch of cans all on top of the shelf, and they look so happy doing it as well. There's some beautiful roses here at the bottom. I put a yo-yo, a fabric yo-yo. I glued that on. I glued a strip of fabric that I had torn. I put a piece of a ephemera, digital ephemera, a wooden button. And to glue these embellishments on, I use this beacon glue. It's a Fabric Tech Embellish It, it's called. And you can use it to glue down rhinestones, glitter, sequins, and more to fabric. And it's non-toxic. It is permanent, and it is washable, and it's great. I just started using it, and so far I like it a lot. So, and it is pretty easy to use. I did get it at Hobby Lobby, and it was on sale. I guess it's normally $4.99, I believe. Excuse my voice. I still have a really bad cough that I'm getting over. So there's that, and then I'll show you the beautiful fabrics. This is a strip of fabric that I torn, and I tied that on. This one as well. I put this pretty ribbon. This one is a ribbon. This one's a velour ribbon. This one's a vintage ribbon. I really love that a lot. Beautiful. And I think that was it for those. So we'll just go ahead and flip through it. Let me see if I could zoom in a little bit. Here we go. And I chose not to do the backs on some of these. You're kind of seeing the glue had seeped through a little bit. But you know what? That doesn't completely bother me. You can write on that or cover it up if you want to. Here's another beautiful ephemera that was in the kit. Walter Baker & Co. Breakfast Cocoa. I just love the tins and ads that they used back then. I have some fabric trim and some a piece of fabric trim as well on top, glued together on both sides. This is a parchment paper. I bought these on Amazon, and I folded it, so it's partially folded. Here is a piece of another digital kit from Lullabel Stationery. Actually, no. Is this Lullabel? This might be another Actually, you know what? It might be Lullabelle. I'm sorry. But I'll double check and I will definitely put it in the description. I folded this so the person could definitely use it to write on and put some recipes. Here's another pretty piece of ephemera. This one says cinnamon gel. It's like a old advertisement. And they put it on the side here of this really pretty ephemera. It looks like it's from Paris. And then I bought these recipe cards on Amazon. They're pretty thick and it does have both sides. They can write on directions, notes, and this is the actual recipe part where you write the ingredients and the directions of how to make it. I glued this piece of ephemera on the side. We have a boy with his dog. I really like that one. That's really pretty. And then a Delmont piece of ephemera. It says pumpkin. It's like this side of the pumpkin, can of pumpkin. This one says ice cream wholesale and retail. That looks really cool. I like that. And then here they can journal or write a recipe. And here's some fabric trim I glued on the side. I cut this avocado fabric and I put that in there. I have another one of those recipe pages that they can write a recipe on. And then here I have a baggie, and in the baggie I put, it looks like it might be a vintage recipe card. It says, make yourself at home, clean my kitchen. I love that, that's cute. And in the bag it goes, and here I got a fabric cluster I made, and I glued a piece of ephemera there as well. Here's another piece I really loved. The boy and the girl, looks like they're baking a cake. And I love the roses on the side surrounding it. And here's a little girl, looks like in a bake shop. It says good wishes for Thanksgiving Day. It's really cute. Here I put a little cluster with sewing. This is a part of the ephemera from the kit. This is, I think, Victoria Designs. It's another one of the kits I used. And that's just a tag. I tucked it in there. Another one of those tags from the kit. And I believe this did come from Victoria Designs as well. Here's another fun, looks like salad, chicken salad, tomato salad, and lettuce salad. Here's a good piece that can be written on as well. A fun recipe. Here's another vintage themed piece of ephemera. Looks like there's cupcakes. It says ginger cakes. And then this is a recipe for small cakes and cookies. And I got another one of those really cute avocado fabric pieces in here that I love. I put another one of those recipe cards. Again, it came from Amazon, and I really love the color of it. And it's got a nice thickness to it. Here's a fun recipe here. Another image. This one came from Victoria Designs. That was a scale. And then this looks like it's been stained with just from cooking or something like that, which I thought was fun. I put it down here so I could flip it easier. Another piece of that parchment paper. We have a vintage themed coffee ad. That looks fun. I love the colors on that. Here I have a piece of cardboard that came from packaging from food. And I made a cluster down here. Well, it's more of a tuck, and it's sewn, and I glued this part on here, and I tucked these little pieces in here. And I glued this on the side as well. Looks like she's getting ready to clean up the kitchen. So that opens up, and that can be written in or something else glued in there. And then we have another fun image, a lady with her 2 pots and a boy holding the pots in a basket. This also can be journaled on or written on for a recipe. And then I glued some ephemera back there as well to be written on. And then here we have 2 little, actually that's a boy and that's a girl. And they are putting candles in a cake. And they have candles here in a little box. And I have another recipe card that can be opened up. And this can be taken off the ring to be unfolded and written on. And then here I have another picture of friends making a cake. So this might more be like a baking themed flip book. And it's kind of like a vintage inspired. And then here I have a lady drinking some champagne. And I paired it with this page. And it says Paris, and there's pretty flowers there with some beautiful utensils, silverware. And then I have a vintage card here. Here's another image of a lady in a kitchen getting ready to bake or cook, and you could tuck something in this spot. And I have another piece here that's sewn. And I did ink the edges on most of these pieces with vintage photo distress oxide. And it's not really necessary because a lot of these pieces were already kind of dark. I was just trying to get the white on the edges. Here's another fun piece that can be written on. Here I put some really fun fabric here on the end. And then here I have another image of a lady carrying, looks like maybe she's carrying some chocolates and tea or some baked goods. And here is another fun page that looks stained. And another page that unfolds and I can write a recipe on. Pastry recipe. And this looks like another recipe as well. Plum pudding. I have another one of those recipe cards. And this is a fun image. Chocolate Kohler. There's a lady and 2 children on a swing. And then the last card is Baker's Chocolate Divinity. And that's a recipe, and that's a fun image as well. So I hope you guys liked that share. If you want to see me make one of these, I could definitely do that with you all. It was really fun to make, and it actually didn't take very long. As long as you have, you know, the digital kits or pieces of ephemera put aside by theme or by what project you're working on, it always makes everything go quicker and come together pretty fast. And I really loved how this project came out, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.